Drive.
What kind of organisation is it?
Drive is a charitable company.
Who does Drive support?
Drive supports a range of people with disability. So we support the biggest group of people we support are people with a learning disability, but we also support people with brain injury, people with physical disabilities, people with mental health difficulties, and people who have autistic spectrum disorders. Most of the people we support are adults, although increasingly we're also supporting younger people living in the family home.
What does Drive do?
Drive delivers a range of different services. Our biggest service is supported living, and that's helping people living in their own homes and providing them with the support to live the lives that they want to live. We also do respite care in Rhondda Cynon Taf to give people and their families a break. We also do employment training in Rhondda Cynon Taf, Caerphilly and shortly Bridgend to help people acquire the skills so they can enter the world of work. And we do targeted support, which is a form of domiciliary support to people living either in their own home, in the family home, to enable them to take part in specific activities or learn new skills.
Where does Drive work?
Drive works in South East Wales in the local authority areas of Bridgend, Caerphilly, Merthyr, Monmouthshire and Rhondda Cynon Taf.
This film is about the advisory group to the Drive Management Board.
Here's the people in the advisory group.
I'm Vernon King and I represent the Management Board.
I'm in the Henderson. I'm in allied support to Bridgend.
I support Aberdare.
And what's your name?
G. Davis. I'm Jean Gregson and I represent the Management Board.
And my name is Richard Dunlop and I support Maesteg.
I'm Gina Jones and I support Aberdare Area of Trade.
Graham Abbey, Tiger Support.
Can you represent Gardner then?
Stephen Bruin, representing Monmouth because Sue Blaine couldn't make it tonight.
Barry Gallagher representing SMT, the senior management team of Drive.
Diane from admin.
Teresa Cox supporting the group.
Here is some information about the group.
We meet on Monday once a month. We have a buffet, teas and coffees and squash. We talk about what we've done in Drive.
Yeah.
How do people get to the meeting?
Some people come in their cars. Their staff drive the cars for them. And for people who don't have transport, Drive can organise a taxi and everybody gets their travel expenses paid.
Graham, how do you get down to the advisory group meetings?
Well, I Drive pays for a taxi to bring me down, so I travel with Gaynor.
So you share it?
We share the taxi between us and everything is fine.
So, Jade, how do you get to the meetings?
In my car. Drive pays for the petrol.
Here is Richard talking to Barry. Barry is the Chief Executive of Drive.
To the advisory groups.
Well, at the advisory group we meet with 2 members of the management board and we discuss matters that are happening in Drive. And this includes what we spend our money on, how we can keep people safe, and we discuss accidents and incidents, health and safety, and we also talk about new policies and procedures and any issues that people who we support want to bring up. How we make services better.
Dan, there's the picture minute.
This makes it easier to understand.
Here's Diane writing the minute.
I've been composting and planted flowers and putting in there.
What do you do with the compost?
Make compost.
We also film the minute of the meeting, what we talked about, and what you write on the board.
We watch the video minutes at the start of every meeting. Here are some clips from the video minutes.
What was the date of the meeting?
June the 20th.
Yeah.
Who was at the meeting?
Jade.
Gaynor. Susan.
Vernon. And Dan.
Treasure.
And Richard.
Barry?
Graham.
Jean.
Oh, Teresa. And we had apologies from Diane.
Who was the chairman at the meeting?
Jean. What do we do at the meeting?
Groups talking about what the group will talk about in 2011.
The video minute help us remember what we talked about in the last meetings.
This is us talking at the meeting in September.
Is there anything else we need to think about for the AGM?
I'm talking about the AGM in Pontypridd.
We're talking about our AGM, which is in
Dungeness.
and the Corrigan Roundabout.
Is that near Cardiff?
Yeah, that's
I get lost, the staff would get lost.
Barry, what are we going to sing then?
I think we'll leave that as a surprise. The AGM are that we are going to have some community singing where everybody in the audience will be invited to join in together so we can all sing together.
But I'll be sitting in the front anyway, so
What song?
means you'll have to sing.
I'll keep that as a professional community musician who'll be doing all the conducting and will be leading. They will then, we have also then got a group of people who've been working on drumming. So we'll be having...
Kerry.
Yeah, Kerry's been involved. And I think there are about 8 of us, 9 of us.
There's Charlotte.
Yeah. And we'll be doing 4 drumming songs throughout interspersed throughout the event.
And then the night is
And there's going to be a short talk by Rian about service quality. Then we'll have the accounts, which you're going to help Carol with. And we have the AGM bit of it when we elect new members, and then we have the buffet and the disco.
What about the boards when we talk
Boards?
The boards.
Beatrice and
Well, you and Teresa are going to have to work out, are going to meet to talk about the boards.
Right.
Should we meet the week before Gaynor to do that?
Would be better than meeting the week after, wouldn't it?
It would indeed.
So Gaynor and Teresa are going to meet and talk about the boards and where the boards are going to sit, so they're in somewhere quite prominent.
And do you think we should have a special thing? Because last year we just had a display about the different things we do and drive. What do people think we should have the display about this year?
About talking about good things about drive.
One.
And what
About the
advisory
drive
group
of very good
does.
company.
What the advisor group does,
Yes.
yeah.
Here is Vernon telling the group about what was talked about at the management board.
At the management board, we were talking about health and safety policies and how important it is that staff are aware how they can keep people safe. And we also heard that service users who are supported also help to make these policies and help us to decide what things need to be included.
Here's people reviewing the advisory group.
What do you like about the group, Lynn?
Do you come in here, don't I? What's the matter?
Yeah?
There's an advisory group, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And why do you enjoy coming?
We like
And
taking
they come in and look at people, don't they?
And meeting people. You're going to write that down and stick it on the poster?
Meeting people, Lyndon said.
Right,
Lyndon said he likes meeting people.
this. Camera one, yeah. Put that one there, taking the photos and
Oh, that's
doing the filming.
is that doing the video? You like doing the video minutes?
It's a different discussion.
And then
So what do you want to talk about?
This one.
So Gaynor, you're saying it's
The management board of Drive also watch the minutes. Here is the clip of the management board watching the video.
I'm doing it. There you go. Ready. What was the date of the meeting?
22nd August.
And who chaired it?
Sue.
What did we do? So Jane sent that, didn't she?
Happy birthday, Gaynor.
Yeah.
Richard.
What the advisory group means to the management board and the difference it has made.
What the service advisory group means to the board and to the staff. We said that for us these meetings are important because we get a service user perspective which is often very different from management committees. It also gives people a real role in the management of the organisations for both the service users and board members, because we get to know you and you get to know us, and that's really good. The separate focus is invaluable, the practical as opposed to the technical. That means that very often when we're on the board we have to deal with all technical boring stuff, but here when we get the chance to talk to you, we know how what Drive does impacts on your life, and that's really important. Being involved and being part of something, that's very important as well. Service users have direct access to the board and a chance to get to know people and break down barriers. So we get to know you and you get to know who we are, and we're not scary, are we? Okay. These meetings also, they expose all levels of the organisation. It keeps communication clear and accessible, and it can be a challenge. And it provides direct accountability to the people we serve. Because at the end of the day, when you think about Carol comes and explains really complicated things about money, but she does it in a way that even me understand it, right, Rona? And that's really good and it's very important. It's also an opportunity to respect people for what they're doing and their opinions. So that's you. It's a chance for you to be respected. Second one. We think that these meetings have a quality. They're fun, informative, informal, but we do the business. Yeah, we have a good laugh, don't we? Yeah, but we get the business done. As a board member, I felt that it reinforces why we do what we do, why we sit on the board, why we want to make Drive work. These meetings, it balances just looking at finance policies and all process and things. This is much more fun, believe me, than sitting in long meetings sometimes. The other thing about this group is it gives an important message to the organisation that people matter, because it means, because we take you and your reviews very seriously, it means everybody else will do it as well. It follows on. It's also an opportunity for board members to work with the senior management team differently. So it means we get the chance to put them on the spot. It means we've got more information to go back and say, well, yeah, this is the report you were writing, what's really happening. Now we know what's really happening because you tell us. And the last thing is that these meetings contribute to the structuring of the work programme. So everything that we do in Drive, in the main meetings, are already discussed in the service advisory group meetings, so we know what your views are, and that helps us make decisions and carry out our work.
This film was made by Graham Harvey, Jade Davis, Lyndon Henderson, Richard Dunlop and Teresa Cox.
This was filmed by me, Lyndon Henderson, Jade Davis and Teresa Cox.